We're live. Hey, you guys!
Oh my
All right.
God. Hi everyone and welcome to the Nerdy Up North podcast. It's a nerdy podcast hosted by Northern Nerds. I am one of your hosts, Sam.
And I am the other host, Paul. And they try to take over tonight. They have been complete little arseholes, let's be honest with them. Creating their own little graphics, saying that Top Grumps has taken over, that they're the new bosses in town. But no, they're not the little shits. So yes, we are joined by the masterful, the wonderful, the tiny little speck of a man that is Lee. And what have you got in your mouth? I haven't seen any jewels you've got in. Oh God, he's gonna make us sick here.
Oh,
How many was that?
5.
Have you got a necklace in there as well?
Just
No.
a pill one.
Just a nice one. But yes, I'm joined by
Wow.
Mama Fratelli herself, that is Lee, and Chris. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm all right. So,
Not bad, not bad. So hope people have tuned in tonight, because Chris did wager me a little bet this week and said if I could get the Nerdy Up North subscribers on YouTube to a certain level, he would do a certain act. And he was laughing, thinking there's no way he could do that. So I've spent the last 3 or 4 days mining, messaging, and begging anyone to follow us who can. And we hit that target, didn't we, Chris?
I didn't think you would be fair.
The cocky little bastard he is. So you might
Uh,
get Chris to do a little performance later. We'll not do it straight away because I don't want to lose
fine.
the viewers that early. But yes, so we're joined
Yeah.
by the Top Grumps idiots. So, and also, how are you, Sammy? How are you feeling? I know
I'm good.
you've been poorly sick this week, bless her.
I've been poorly sick for the past, it feels like the year, the entire year. It just feels like I've not been great, but no, I'm good. I'm here. I'm excited. Wow, yeah. It's just looking around the room when I'm the one who looks normal. There's something got to be said. Chris looking very Darmalicious, and Lee, I
think Lee looks quite attractive.
I actually really like the hair.
Yeah.
The hat needs a bit work, but I'm liking the hair.
And we've already seen how much Lee can fit in his mouth now as well.
It's shoulder length black hair. If I get it right, I can be like, welcome to the Nerdy Up North podcast.
Are you trying to say that Sammy's going to be
Our
it again
opinions
now?
are our own.
Wow.
So do you want to do the disclaimer first before we start killing each other now?
Before I
It's
punch
not-
Lee's
it-
face in.
It's not as magnificent as your hair, Sammy.
It's
It has
because
just been washed.
and Sammy's hair's real because that's clearly plastic.
Yeah, it's horrible. It itches.
But yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to do the disclaimer because I'm just lost in Lee's wig now. So, everything discussed in today's episode is our opinions and our opinions alone. If you'd like to discuss anything from today's episode, please come and join us on the Facebook page. You can join the Nerdy Up North Discord or the comment section where we can have an open discussion.
Mhm.
What we won't have is anyone coming for us and telling us our opinions are wrong, because we can all agree to disagree in fandom. So, let's keep it fun, keep it kind, and keep the toxic behaviour out of nerdism.
Very well said. And the chat are blowing up. They're very excited that Mama Fratelli has joined us. But yes.
Molly, no.
oh, what's Molly saying now?
Sammy 2.0.
Definitely Mama Fratelli. Stick his
Yeah.
hand in the blender, cheeky.
Oh, they want Lee to do the disclaimer. What is wrong with you people? What did I do? What have I done something wrong?
Can Lee do the disclaimer? Let's see. Let's test them. Like, how many episodes now? Can you do the disclaimer?
Oh,
Well, Lee
Sammy, you've
watches
just
every
said
week,
it, and
so-
I've already forgot it.
It's a big L loser for loser Lee. But yes, tonight is a very special episode. People might think this was my idea. No, this wasn't. Sammy did actually say previously that she wanted to revisit the Goonies and talk about it, and I thought, with this year being such a special year, now we've got two release dates for the Goonies for this year. We've got the US
Alright.
release date and the UK release date. So the US release date was June, and the
Right.
UK was November. So we're bang in the middle for that kind of
Middle.
project. So we're doing fine there. But yeah, 40 years of the Goonies.
exactly the same age as my husband.
So
That's a scary notion.
1985, this movie was released, and a lot of the people that are listening, a lot of people on the podcast, probably wasn't even born when this movie came out, which is the
Yeah.
crazy thing. But and,
I hate you.
and I know we've done an episode on the Goonies before where me and Sammy just did basically a talk along to the
Yeah.
movie. It's going to be a little bit of a different one to this. Before we start getting into it and asking the questions and deep diving into anything to do with the Goons, Sammy's got the taglines. So
I do. Thank
yes.
you. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do. And they're really good. Actually, they're not, but they are. So it's excitement all the way as Steven Spielberg and Richard Donner, the makers of Indiana Jones, Gremlins, and Superman, combine forces to create the family adventure of the year.
Right.
I don't know what to make of that one.
It goes with the advertisements because, again, just a little bit of a tidbit before we start. The trailers for this, when it came out, they didn't show anything of the film. It was just like, from the makers of Jaws, Indiana Jones, E.T., and Superman. This summer, the Goonies. And everyone went wild because of the people who were involved with this movie.
I don't like the long taglines.
Well, you're going to hate the next one then. The pirate maps, the villainous crooks, the underground I can't even say it. The underground caverns. What? I don't know what that is. The booby traps, the skeletons, the monster, the lost treasure, and the magic that is the Goonies.
See, that's not too bad. It's when it's got all of the, like, from the makers of Superman, Indiana Jones, Gremlins, and it's like a film that needs no introduction.
You could imagine though if you start adding like all of Spielberg's work in there, like and Schindler's List, like they wouldn't go. I've got two more. I've left my favorite one to last. They call themselves the Goonies, the secret caves, the lighthouse, the lost map, the treacherous traps, the hidden treasure, and Sloth. Join the adventure.
Sloth.
Slosh.
That one.
Sloth. ... Join the adventure.
That one, they haven't even tried with that tagline. They've just went, right, just put in the main plots of the movie.
Word.
Yeah.
So my last one is my favourite one, and it leads me into my first fact that I'm going to get out just in case anyone else has it and I want to tell it.
She's been dying for this fact. She's been saying, if anyone knows this fact, I'm going to kill you.
Kill yous. You ready?
Right.
I think Paula really liked this one. Take the oath. Join the adventure.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And I thought you might like that. I thought you might like that one, so I left that one to last. And that does lead me into my first little tidbit before we get into the what's, the why's, the how's, and the when's. So, we all know that the Goonies quarter is never say die.
Yeah.
But did you know the Goonies actually had an oath that was cut out of the film? Shut up, Chris. Are you ready? This is the Goonies oath that was cut out.
I might take a copy of this. I might take a copy of this afterwards and make everyone who's part of Nerdy Up North swear on this oath.
See it.
Yeah, as part of it. Like, yeah.
It's on her.
Yeah.
Shall I do that then?
Yeah.
I will never betray my Goon Dock friends. We will stick together until the whole world ends. Through heaven and hell, a nuclear war, good pals like us will stick like tar. In the city or in the country or the forest or the boonies, I am proudly declared as a fellow Goonie.
Yes.
That was cut out of the film.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, that was cut out of the film, and they do actually reference it in the film about like taking an oath.
Yeah.
And that was the oath.
Funny enough, talk about things that were cut out this movie, because there's a lot of stuff that are legend, and there's a lot of stuff that's actually not known about that was cut out this movie. Because I know when Richard Donner first got involved with this movie, he didn't want to do a kids movie. This was going to be like an adult adventure. That's why a lot of the swearing and the jokes about the penis on the statue, all those things that were left in. But this was very much an adult thing, like almost like the lines of Indiana Jones. This wasn't going to be tasked as a kids movie, but with Spielberg being involved, he was like he's down as a producer and stuff, but like he is like the second in command director in this. there were certain aspects that Spielberg asked for that he clashed with Donner about. So there's stuff that was filmed, and Richard Donner just went, "That's not fucking going in there. That didn't work." One is the most famous scene of all is the octopus scene, which Kelly's already alluded to. If you the footage is online, you can see it. It's absolutely horrendous. It's basically the kids. It was basically just like a floppy octopus, no animatronics that was in, and the kids were putting their arms around them, like in the water, going, "Oh, I'm being attacked," and it was just absolute terrible. But they did leave the the question in it at the end saying the octopus. Everyone's got the octopus, and it's a hilarious thing.
How
Did
how
you?
do they defeat it again? Isn't it like dynamite in the mouth or something?
I can't
Shut
remember now.
up.
I don't think it. No, I don't think the blood.
Shut
No, I
up.
don't think the blood up. I think they just keep on punching it in its face or something like that. I think Brand punched it.
Get down, octopus! Sorry, I'm loving the fact that Lee's wig's wafting in the wind.
I see. It's because I've got my fan right here, and if I do that, it's like I think I just look French now. Like, oh, je ne sais quoi.
It is a version of Allo Allo now. I will say this only once. Piscine. But Michael Jackson inspired a scene that Spielberg was insistent being on, that Richard Donner, when you ask him about it, goes, "Oh, that footage just disappeared. No one knows. Like, you can't. It's not even in any of the archive." Because when Richard Donner really hated it and went, "This isn't going to work," you know, when they're down underground and they're messing with the pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they do that, one of the things that kind of breaks out is in a zoo, and there was a zoo element.
Yes.
And
yes.
two monkeys escape from the zoo and steal Troy's car. So
Yes.
you see two people in a monkey suit
I've heard
driving
this.
down the street in Troy's car, and they filmed it, and Richard Donner watched it and went, he'll never admit to it because it's hilarious. It's like other people have alluded to it, but when he's done interviews and was asked about it, he went, "Yeah, that footage just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it." But even Warner Brothers archives can't even find the footage of it, which is
Because he
hilarious.
probably never shot it. He probably said he did, but didn't press record. It's like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Shucks.
But it was
yeah.
because Michael Jackson visited on set with Bubbles, and then Spielberg was like, "We've got to get a monkey scene in somehow."
Okay.
Other scene that was cut that's not as famous, but I do like it, is when they're in the store and because Troy in the original script was painted as the ultimate bad guy, as the ultimate dick, is the Andy Goonie, shall we say? And they're in the store, and Chunk's basically in the ice cream, like trying to grab stuff, and his head's in. So Troy walks in, pushes Chunk fully in the in the fridge, steals the map off Mikey and sets it on fire and pretends to smoke it, to the point where Mouth starts having a fight with Troy. And then Brand comes in and breaks up the fight, and you see Troy actually scared of Brand. But if for that scene to be in, it wouldn't have made sense that Brand found them at the restaurant. So it was kind of things, and there was an alternative ending as well.
Yes, I know about this one. Is this where they're regrouping at Mikey's house?
And Rosalita finds the jewels in the pocket, and then they run out the house and said, "We've survived." So they did, but they thought it didn't really work, so they filmed it again at the beach.
I love that ending. I don't care what anyone says. I know the whole octopus scene's in there, but it almost like if you never knew that scene existed or it ever came out, and you hear data scene and the octopus was really scary, you just think, oh my god, these kids are like their minds are just going everywhere. So yeah,
I would have much preferred Chunk said that line at the end.
Yes.
It would have fit.
Yes, it would have fit perfectly, and then you could have brought the policeman coming in saying, "Are you telling them stories again, Chunk?" Can I just ask a quick question before we get into into everything else? It's a relationship between Steph and Mouth. Is Steph his babysitter? Because to
That'd
me,
be creepy if it is.
No, I think that makes perfect sense. As she was once his babysitter, she gravitates straight away to him. She connects instantly. The first person when they join the group she speaks to is Mouth. She's only ever concerned about his well-being throughout the whole film.
I've never heard of that one before. The only thing
that was just what I was thinking of today when I was watching it.
No, it's a good shout, because what you got to remember as well, this is the Goon Docks, and if you go to like the place where it was filmed, like Andorra. I can't get my word out now. Sorry.
Hmm?
Basically, it's like a small town, a small little place where everyone knows the business. It's almost like a Stephen King novel where everyone knows each other and
So Stephen King.
yeah. Well, it's got a lot of vibes in the stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they filmed it, it wanted Astoria. Sorry, that was the thing. When they filmed it, it was basically meant to be in this close knit little community where everyone knew each other's business. So
Right.
everyone's friends were there. And that sounds bad. You didn't have a choice who your friends were. You just were friends with the people out there because there wasn't that many people to choose from.
Yeah, it's just it's one of the first things that I watched this film today, and like for the millionth time. But it was, I don't know. I said to these guys before we came on, for the first when I finished watching it, I almost wanted to cry because I felt like so like light and like, because I've had a very dark experience the last few days, and a very light and very fuzzy and warm and fuzzy inside, and I was like, oh, like this film isn't without its faults.
No.
For a movie that would be looked upon as, you know, a classic and a classic for a reason, there is a lot of mistakes in here. A lot. And a couple that kind of caught my eye. And I did intentionally go and try to find this one. Mr. Donner could not keep his laughter to himself in a certain scene.
Yeah.
And you can actually hear him on camera laughing.
It was during the interrogation scene, wasn't it?
Yes, and I could totally understand it, and that's why one of the brothers starts laughing is to hide the fact that it's actually Richard Donner who's laughing. And
yeah,
go on.
No, it was a very noisy set that they came out and talked about it as well. A lot of the stuff that they talked about, or like during the filming, the cast like laughed about and said it's the first ever film that they made where they had a redub over the voice, the sound, because the sound for most of the scenes didn't work. I know which one you're going to say next. I'll let you say
Which one?
Though.
Is it the cameraman?
Redubbed.
Yeah, it's redubbed over.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
didn't even
dubbed
realise
over.
that.
At certain stages, not all the way through.
When Sean Astin calls Brandon Josh, and it's in the film. It's in the film.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the cameraman who directs them in the tunnel?
No, I don't.
When they're in a tunnel, you can see a cameraman shooing them to the one side.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
But I think with the practical effects. But one things before we start getting into the movie, like big and deep diving, I just want to ask you guys a few questions about, because this is 40-year anniversary. This is 40 years of this movie. Why do you think, like, there's other movies as well, we've done Jaws 50 years. Like, why are we still, well, I know why, me personally, but why do you think people are still so, not just like this movie, but so in love with this movie? And it kind of, people always gravitate. And again, what Sammy said, after you watch it, it leaves a warm and fuzzy feeling. And
it really does.
It's, as I said, a film of its time, but it's timeless in the same sentence I can say it. But with you youngsters, shall we say, Sammy too, I mean Lee and Psycho Chris, why do you think this movie still holds a place in people's hearts so much?
Well, I've spoken enough. I want to let the top grumps actually say something.
It's perfect. Like, this whole film is perfectly set up. It gives you like a bit of a premise about what's going on. It introduces the characters, and it shows you like what the consequences are going to be really early on if like things go the way that they are going. It gives them a goal. And it doesn't like go too deep into it. It just goes like, right, this is this. And it really easily introduces like the characters, and I love that it gives them like little flaws so that you can like identify with them. Like, oh, I can't take this off. Right. So right, there's obviously like there's what's Sean Astin? I can't remember his name now. Mikey's got keeps getting his words all wrong. He's picked that up from his mom. There's Data making these like inventions, and like they don't always work out all right. Like when you see him getting pulled towards the bin and he ends up upside down. Chunk, it introduces him early on as like this like
idiot,
weird kid, an idiot.
He wasn't an idiot. He was just loud mouthed, and he was he was quite adventurous in his own little way.
and it's like everyone like sort of like knows someone like this or is someone like this,
Mhm.
and it's just you can easily identify with these people and kind of see yourself somewhere. And I don't know which one I would identify myself as, like, but obviously there's the cool guy that like works out all the time and he always gets the girl and he's just really cool. But we have all these identifiable characters just sitting right in front of you, and it's really nice.
Oh, so we've got Branley now, have we? Oh,
Oh,
I love the
are you,
headband.
Oh,
do you not
pretty.
relate to Data? I hope you didn't.
Well, we'll tell a joke about that later, but yeah, we'll get the thing.
Oh God.
What about you?
Oh
What about you?
God.
I'm just moving. I'm just not going to acknowledge it. Moving on
Yeah,
to
just
Chris.
moving swiftly.
Oh,
But no, it like being serious though, it does like you kind of can see yourself or somebody that you know in this crew,
Mm,
and it's nice that they show the flaws of the characters rather than just being like,
mhm.
oh, here's
Here's the
here's
hero.
Dave. He's eating a banana because he's a banana guy, and it just shows him eating a banana every like 10 minutes of the film. It's like Dave's eating another banana. There we
No.
go.
His fiber intake's going to be really good.
No, it's one of those things like because from the 80s it was well renowned. Like I even thought like coming of age movies were just better done back then for some reason. It wasn't relied on special effects. I think storytelling was key. So having these kids be flawed, have their own personalities, and that was more down to the direction and the writing, where they just basically said bring your personalities to the characters to these kids. So there was a lot of ad libbing and stuff added on the set. The two biggest kids in this movie that you wouldn't believe were the two Fratelli brothers. Like
Yeah, I'd imagine.
the shit they would pull on each other. Like you know the joke about Francis's hair.
That's me and Michaela still quote that to each other's today. We wanted to spend the money to get Francis's toupee. I don't want a hairpiece.
That wasn't part of the script. That was him. That was
No.
literally him winding them up because like
Oh, that's amazing.
when they were joking about it, like in the casting, he was ribbing him saying he can't be my brother. Look at his hairpiece. It's moving. And it's to the point where he start losing his shit and say, look, I can look younger. Move it there and just move around. So Spielberg kept on prodding them and saying, take the piss out of his hairpiece a bit more here.
Oh my
so-
God.
Those two are written perfectly as well.
Yeah,
like
they
the
are.
fact that just one piece, so like the fight all the way through, and then when they get cut down from the rope at the end, and they're both lying there, and one of them goes, "Are you okay?" And it's like he cares about his brother. They care about each other, and it's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then immediately they just start fighting again.
And they're proper mummy's boys as well, aren't they? And I watched a video today that Paul recommended, and Richard Donner, oh my God, how much he talks lovely about Mama Fratelli, Anna Ramsey, and just he just kept calling her mother, didn't he?
Yeah.
She was mother,
She was mother
and
on
she
set,
was
yeah.
she was mother on set, and you know that woman was very very poorly
Yeah.
when this film was when they were doing this film, and you could not tell 1 inch that anything was bothering her. She was absolute perfection.
Well, Richard Donner went on record and said so the reasons why certain characters worked is because you had to make them believable.
Yeah.
You had to make certain aspects because they were talking about fantasy and out there and outlandish things as well. Like they had to believe that the Fratelli brothers were her sons. They had to
Yeah.
believe that Chunk was her son, not Chunk, sorry, Sloth.
Sloth.
And then Sloth, like we had to believe that Chunk loved Sloth and was like a brother to him in the end. So to have them act and do them things, there had to be that believable because otherwise the film wouldn't have worked. But going back to the two brothers, because I've just been laughing my head off reading about like stuff like over the last few days. Like Robert Davi, he just had the best time on this set. Like literally, he was just like, this is just you hear him talking about the Goonies, and he's very serious and he plays all the bad guys. But when he thinks he's get if Jeff Cohen says anything about me pulling his hair, he's lying. And Jeff Cohen's going, yeah, when I was crying, he was pulling my hair to make us cry harder, the bastard. I was like, and things like Robert Palatini went for a nap, so instead of just like locking the door, he nailed the fucking door shut on his trailer, so he couldn't get out. So he kept on doing these tricks and stuff, but he was encouraged because they wanted that type of vibe, they wanted that type of like camaraderie and like going on during this movie. But yeah,
Oh wow,
but
they're fantastic too. They're fantastic. It's shocking
mhm,
that I've not seen them work together in anything. If they have, I've not seen it.
yeah,
But because the chemistry between them two was electric.
mhm,
Like actually, all three of them.
mhm,
It was like all three of them had basically been pulled from a family unit and just shoved into a film because it was so believable.
mhm,
I just have so much love for that woman. I
mhm.
really do. And I know she's the bad guy, but she tries at the end a little bit, doesn't she? Even though her face is like half when he's just doing the rockabye baby and she's like rockabye baby and she's like looking really sweet and then she'll go like get this over with.
Paul!
Oh, don't, because I've nearly had a bit of a cry over him tonight.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know his name either.
And
Who?
Sammy,
The guy who played Sloth.
John Matazak, the football player.
Thank
Yeah.
yeah. We watching the behind the scenes of the prosthetics being put on.
Mhm.
And Richard Donner's watching it and giving commentary. And God, if he didn't say that man went far too early, he said it 1,000 times. Like just
Mm.
how sad it was for us to lose the nicest, gentlest giant in the world. And he does look when he's putting the makeup on, and especially that looked heavy. That
Yeah.
heavy, like the prosthetics nowadays probably would have been. It would be easier, lighter, but that looked like heavy prosthetics going on his neck, on his the top of his head.
Mhm.
Like he would have been so uncomfortable.
Was it animatronics as well? Because his ears flapped
Oh,
and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
as well.
they had
It's
puppeteery
creepy. I
stuff
don't
in
like
there.
that.
Yeah.
I love
was
his ears. They're so
Yeah.
cute.
Ah,
Did you hear about
He's-
the? I did. You probably did, but did you hear about the water scene with him when he had
just where he
the?
dives in or something.
Because when he was going in the water, when they were trying to leave the cave, the kids were told, John had just spent 5 hours getting in a makeup, and it wasn't waterproof. He went, if this makeup gets wet, it will come off, and he'll have to go through 5 hours of doing it again to get the shot. So the kids were told to keep him dry and not do any splashing or not do anything water related near him. They didn't listen. He got soaked and the makeup started coming off, and he turned to Richard Donner and went, I've got to put this on again, doesn't he? He went, yeah, I'm really sorry. He went, no, no problem. Walked off set, didn't even complain. And like say 5 hours of that prosthetics, like he says not a word. Like he said, Richard Donner said, I've dealt with a lot of big name actors, a lot of people who basically would spend half the time in the makeup or do like certain things, would bitch like out of thing. Not
Uh-huh.
one word come out this man's face because he knew what he was doing and he was just having fun. But I know we cut him off earlier, so I do apologize because it is an excitable episode.
It is. Sorry.
What did you think, Chris? Why do you think this movie has lasted the test of time?
Because it's like the original ragtag bunch of kids that people can relate to from the 80s, going on an adventure.
All
It's
right.
like, and it's actual kids, I think. So it's not just
Yeah.
like Hollywood kids that saying shit, they're bullying each other, they like take the piss out of each other, and there's a bit of banter between them, like forcing Chunk to do the Truffle Shuffle and all that sort of stuff. Like you'd probably get that within a group of friends,
You
and you
would.
get the
Get-
older brother where the friend group takes the piss out of him because he didn't get his driving license. Where in turn, like I don't know, he's a bit of a dick, but you can see that he loves
He's a
them.
caring dick. Like he cares
Yeah.
about them. He does.
Is
I
it
love
not
the fact
weird that they're like going, oh, now you can't drive us around? And it's like,
Yeah,
he's like 3-4 years older than you or something like that.
Yeah, but
Why is he going to be driving the kids around?
I don't know
First thing
why.
he does
I
when he gets his
feel
license.
I feel like Bran's like a bit of an outsider himself.
He's
Like
a
I
goonie.
don't think
He's
I
took
don't
the
think he
walk.
fits in. I don't think he fits into the typical. He's not for like look at Troy.
Yeah.
He's not part of that clique.
No.
So I think he's kind of like a little outsider himself. So he gets it. So he probably is one of these kids who spent way too much time with his brother.
Yeah.
Troy can fuck off.
like a dad role.
How
Yeah.
did he not get done for attempted
That's
murder?
what I thought.
Oh yeah, what he does to Bran in
Oh,
his
yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have killed a normal, not in a film person.
I know,
Not Thanos.
but thing
Not
is,
future Thanos.
Brandon's a goonie. Goonies don't never die.
Goonies never say die.
Now Chris has had a very special day today, and I really wanted to bring this up
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
this is why I love this movie as well, because it's one of those movies that you can watch with, like, say, a niece, nephew. But he got a shout with his son today, and What was your experience
Yeah.
of watching the Goonies with Finley?
Well, I didn't know if it might have been a bit too old for him because it is a 12 age. In the first scene, you do see one of the Fratelli brothers hanging in a cell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not really, he pretends to be dead, but he's not really.
No.
But and then they say shit in a couple of times, but he loved it. I think he's watched it 6 times off the trot as well. Normally, he watches stuff like Power Rangers, Paw Patrol. He's just been like, no, I want to watch it again. I want to put it on again. And I'm like, yes, no problem. I've had to put it on his tablet so I don't have to watch it at the same time now.
But I get that feeling. I could have quite happily, at the end of watching it today, put it straight back on again and watch it all over again and not
Yeah.
even blink an eyelid.
He's been completely in it as well, because normally when he watches a film, he'll get distracted, he'll do
Yeah.
whatever. He's been
This is
zoned
how
in
it
on
starts, Chris. This is how
I
it all
know.
started for me.
I'm gonna have to get him
Gonna
on
be
Lord of
Paul.
the Rings.
But what
It'd be so funny if he turned around and went for that shit. Sorry.
what bit did he laugh at the most, or was it the statue?
Oh yeah, so the part of the statue where Chunk breaks it and its willy comes off.
Yeah.
That's one of his favourite parts. I think it might be because he likes to say the word willy.
Right.
I mean, it is a funny word.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
hilarious.
there is one part that he absolutely hates. He says it every time. It's do you know when Cyndi Lauper it comes on the screen?
Oh, on the telly.
Yeah, on the telly.
Uh-huh.
He like the first time he saw it, he went, "Ugh, she looks disgusting." I'm like, "Oh, calm down." And I'm like, "Serious?" And he went,
Really?
"Yeah, I hate her." I'm like, oh, "Okay."
Clearly,
But every time I thought, "Oh, she's like a music artist." He's like, "I don't care, I hate her."
What's she called, Chris?
Cyndi Lauper.
She's
been
responsible
a
for
bit of-
Matilda, isn't she?
And there's been a dispute in the Discord this week about how do you pronounce her name? Is it
Cyndi-
Lauper or whatever Chris has been saying? What, Looper?
Lauper.
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 Cyndi Lauper.
Lauper.
Yeah.
Lauper.
Cyndi
Oh,
Lauper.
so Finley
Makes no
did,
difference.
so Finley didn't want girls to have fun, then I take it. But yeah.
Nah. Nah, he hates it.
Boo.
But that
I know, I know.
I do love that moment though. That again, like Chris has been sending his videos and saying like Finley proper enjoying it, and when asking questions about it, he's not just like say oh like ignoring it, like Daddy's making me watch this. You could tell how engrossed it was, and that's what like that to me why this movie is so special as well. It's like you can have them moments not just like with your friends, with your family. It kind of brings everyone together, and you have them type of like warm, fuzzy moments as well.
100%.
But yeah, like I just love the fact that like how the cast was, the direction. I was messing Chris, laughing my head off at this. The only direction that Richard Donner used to give the kids was just shouting at them, saying "bigger eyes." That was the only thing he used to shout at them. He wanted them to have bigger eyes, bigger excitement. Like when they're reading the treasure map, like
Stop it, Chris.
you'll see
Not
Chunk.
saying it. Not going there.
You'll see Chunk and Mikey is like eyes suddenly go from like this to wide open. It's like he wanted everyone to have a way and wonder, but
That's how me and my godson communicate with each other is going
doing big eyes.
staring.
But Sean Astin, in a recent Q&A, has dispelled one of the biggest rumors or one of the biggest things that people always said about the Goonies. So he was quite funny with it because Sean Astin is one of the most lovable people in the world.
Oh, he's just amazing.
Yeah. He got asked the question that always gets asked at these panels or when things in, was it really the first time you guys saw the pirate ship at that time? Now, everyone else in the panel went, yes, that was our true reaction. They had to cut Corey Feldman's audio because he said fuck or something like that. So they had to.
I thought it was Josh.
It was Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin. Sorry,
right.
but no, you're right there. Sorry. Just think Feldman's always a wrong and so that's the thing. But
yeah.
Sean Astin had a cheeky smile on his face. He went, "I'm going to tell you now the secret." He went, "I saw it before everyone else. I snuck in and saw the pirate ship because I was offended that when I was asked wanted the real reaction that I couldn't give a performance of a surprise.
Sean
All right.
Astin. Oh my god,
So
Sean
So
Astin.
Sean Astin as a uppity little kid.
Well, you do know he comes from famous stock, so he's like he's the number one Nepo baby.
Yes.
So
How old was he when he did this?
10 or 11, 12 or something.
10-year-old being offended by that. All
Well, to be
right.
fair, he nearly never got the job. Spielberg didn't want to cast him
Oh
Right.
no.
because during his audition he kept on fluffing, making mistakes to the point where Spielberg walked out the room, and Richard Donner went over and went, "Look, this is the way I want to do it. You do it." And calmly told her and went, "We'll start again." And he did it exactly what Richard Donner wanted, and that's why Richard Donner cast him, because he went, "That
That's it.
I can tell him to do something, and he will do it."
Yeah.
And
I think that's a director's dream when it comes to working with kids.
yeah, and the other scene that Richard Donner, they weren't working on a script. Richard Donner went, "This is how we're going to do it." So he took Sean Astin out the room, told him, "I'm going to tell you a story. I want you to go back in after I've told you the story and tell the story the best you can from what I've told you." And it was about the Spanish Armada, like in the attic. So
okay.
when he's, because that's when Sean Astin's stumbling on words, like thing. So it's kind of like, "Oh, my dad said," so that was when Richard Donner just basically gave him a story and said, it was like Chinese whispers in a way. It's like, said, do it the best you can to the thing, because he wanted it to sound authentic, not like reading off a script, just like telling the story like a kid would. And that's why those scenes are so magical and so well done that you don't get that. And this is kind of like the freedom that they had with the set, and all the cast comes on like you'll say, like Richard Donner had an open door policy, so if you were having a bad day you could go in and vent, and he would just sit there, listen, and just hear what you've got to say, and
He sounds like the best person. Like we've dealt with Donner in Superman and this, and just everything you hear about the way that he directs people and works on movie sets. He comes across even better and better for each story you hear about him. He just sounds like the absolute best. But just to go, the pirate ship was entirely real, as you obviously can tell. But do you know what it was scaled after?
No.
It is the exact ship to scale, to design, to everything that you see in the film that Sloth is watching at the beginning of the movie.
All right, so
It is based on Errol
Flynn.
Flynn's ship at the beginning of the film. It's the design of it.
Right.
Every down to the whole front is all that ship. It did it very much on purpose, obviously.
It was at the time, it was one of the most expensive props ever built.
I can imagine. Did it get dismantled afterwards, or is it still somewhere?
I don't think so. I don't think it's still around.
It's so it's safe. We saw it.
It's sailed away.
It sailed away. Do you want to know what the Goonies' real names are? Their full names?
Yeah.
I did a few of these for the quiz when we done the quiz before.
Oh, just in case you get the quiz come up again.
That quiz like does my head every time I watch the Goonies now. When Sean Astin goes, and his ship, the Inferno. I'm like, fucking Paul, man, with that question. It's like just such a throwaway line in the movie.
Well, you've got Michael Walsh.
Yep.
Clark Devereaux. Which I love the fact that he's Devereaux.
Yeah.
Data is Richard Wang. Brand is obviously Brandon Walsh. Chunk is Lawrence Cohen. Isn't that his name?
Yeah, they used certain aspects, like Andy on the beach.
Andy is Andy Teresa Carmichael.
Yeah, but on the beach, it's actually a real parents, because they didn't want to cast them. So, because the mum, Andy said her mum always jokes that she got a line in when she's talking to her mum saying, "I want to take up penalty." So she said, "Yes, you can." That was ad-libbed. It was just basically just a mum.
Oh,
just
amazing. Steph is Stephanie Steinbrenner. And Sloth is Lotney Fratelli.
Yes.
Fratelli?
Yeah.
That is her son.
For some reason.
Lotney.
Like a botany.
Yeah, but with an L.
But for some reason, I thought that they just found Sloth.
Right.
And it was one of them. I didn't think they actually had Sloth.
Yeah. He's a Fratelli baby.
He's a Fratelli baby?
It was just dropped.
repeatedly.
And that's why his head's that shape.
And stamped on, apparently.
Stop!
Also, this film is very clever in all the swearing in the film is actually deliberate and strategically placed, because Donna knew that people would go in and cut shit out, so he put it in places he didn't care about.
Yeah.
It says if you watch closely, it often happens when there's a lot of background noise, like the police car chase at the beginning of the film, or when there is running water or another loud source or sound nearby. This way, the broadcaster can lose the profanity in the sound mix or can cut a couple of seconds off the footage without losing any significance happening on screen. So they were very, very clever in how they strategically put together the swearing. I always knew from the stiff one if it's a stiff was in the film, you knew what version you were getting.
There should have been a little bit more swearing, I think, because the one part of this film that I just think is not believable at all is when they tie Brandon to the chair with the stretchy thing.
Yeah.
That
And the
looks
kids
like it
going
would
away.
hurt.
And he shouts and he's like, when you wake up, your clothes are going to be out of fashion. No, he would have been like, Mikey, you fucking dick. Fucking get fucking back here now.
That wire is going to nip into every hair that he has on his arm.
Yeah.
It is going to knock. Ouch.
And to be fair, Josh Brolin looked like a hairy little kid as well. So
This is Josh's movie debut.
Yeah.
This is the first time we see, the soon-to-be Thanos. Like, way down the line, Thanos. It's crazy.
But if you think of the cast
When
as
did
well,
he turn purple?
Oh, it was later.
Yeah. When he touched an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Like going through the cast though, because like I know it's Spielberg and like his casting is always on point. Like the people who came from this, like Joe Patalino went on to do some great things. Like he was in
The Matrix.
Corey Feldman had an amazing career in the 80s. Ken Hugh Kwan, Oscar winner. Ki Hugh Kwan, sorry.
Ki Hugh Kwan.
Yeah. Josh Brolin's having an amazing career now. Sean Astin went on to make some of the most successful movies with Adam Sandler that's ever been made.
Jeff Cohen, if you don't have Jeff Cohen, you don't have the success that Ki Hwan Hugh had with Everything Everywhere All at Once, because it was him he's his movie lawyer. That's what Jeff is now.
Yeah.
He's a movie lawyer, and he's the one who went, hey, come on, it's time.
He's had a proper turnaround. He's like a skinny little bald man now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a fucking multi-millionaire is what he is.
He is a powerhouse.
He is an absolute boot. But you missed two people off there. Kerry Green, who didn't go on to... I don't think she continued acting.
No.
If I remember the reunion. But then you've got the amazing Martha Plimpton, who comes from probably one of the biggest family dynasties in Hollywood, which is the... I'm even forgetting their name.
But I think there wasn't...
Carradine. She's a Carradine.
I don't think there was a movie in the 90s that she wasn't in that wasn't successful. That's the thing. Like, I think she was...
Anything Martha touches just is gold.
Carradine is in David Carradine.
David Carradine, that's her uncle. Her dad is... oh, gosh. He's Penny's dad in Big Bang Theory. That's her dad. He's a Carradine.
I
can't think of David Carradine. I can't think of him without laughing now. Just like, do you know his death? Like how he, like they found him asphyxiated. That. But his publicists or whatever released a statement saying that he'd been investigating a secret underground group of ninjas that broke into his apartment and murdered him and made it look like that. It's like, no.
No, he did that to himself. I have seen, it's Keith Carradine. He's been in Dexter as well, and Criminal Minds. He's a hell of an actor. But obviously, I have seen David's crime scene photo. It's fucking gruesome.
You said you wanted to keep this light and fluffy tonight.
I do. Yes, I do. Sorry. Yes, I do. Sorry.
All I was going to say is
what?
Sorry.
Is
this before or after Temple of Doom?
Oh, good question.
Before Temple of Doom, I think.
Hang on. I will find out. I was actually going to watch them today. I was in that mood after the Goonies finished. I was like, oh, what can I do now? And I was like, oh, I know, go to sleep.
Temple of Doom was first. Temple of
84.
Yeah, sorry.
Ki Hwan Hugh is already a known name by the time this comes out.
Right. I wasn't sure because he doesn't really look that much older, but it's only a year or so.
I think it was further
It would have been filmed in like, what? It's 84, maybe 80, 82, 83, give or take.
Temple of Doom's 84, Goonies 85.
Harrison Ford looks absolutely fit as fuck on the pictures I'm looking at right now. Oh, hey. Yeah, Key goes on to have a career that, you know, is non-existent for 20 odd years and then comes back with one of the biggest movies of its time and goes on and wins an Oscar. Like,
do you know who?
It's unreal. Such a magical story.
Because you mentioned Jeff Cohen. Do you know who he originally auditioned to be in, to play?
I feel like I do know, but I can't remember.
It was Mouth. He was supposed to be going to be playing Mouth, but he went, "You've got the voice and the mannerisms, but you don't look like a mouth. You look like a chunk." That's why they cast him as Chunk.
I know Corey Haim auditioned for Mouth and Mikey. And this is like well before he has his friendship with Corey Feldman, because obviously Corey goes on to get the job.
Yeah, I think it would have been a different. I think Sean Astin at that time had the innocence to play Mikey perfectly.
Oh, they definitely got the casting right. I would. You know how people can do the whole dream cast? You can't do that with this film because nobody could replace anyone in it at all.
No,
I don't want to see anyone else.
Yeah, because no one would work as well. No one would feel as natural.
No, it was natural. These kids were finishing like their sentences off and everything, and yeah, so natural. Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. You're still in my sentence like the kids of the Goonies. That's what it's all.
Sorry.
Danny DeVito's brand. Perfect cast.
Well, Danny DeVito and everything is just perfect casting.
Yeah.
Just have Danny DeVito play the whole cast.
That's who Chris looks like, Danny DeVito.
Mama Fratelli and everything.
But have you heard what they do in Astoria each year? To have a Goonies weekend?
Yeah.
Like this year's was a big one with the 40-year.
Yeah.
But it's amazing what they do in this area, because I know the house has been renovated now. It's been put back to its original glory. It's got the Rube Goldberg with the whole thing with the chicken and the ball. That's all set up. It doesn't actually go off. I don't think.
Opening mechanism I've ever seen.
Didn't make sense, but still, that's there. You know who actually helped get the fun and get it, like almost like a thing, and he's a name you'll recognize because he's a writer and producer that he's involved with so many different projects. Adam F. Goldberg.
Oh, I know Adam F. Goldberg. I don't know him personally, but I know the name. Fanboys, Chris, you do know the name. Fanboys.
Yeah, the TV show The Goldbergs.
The TV show about the Goldbergs.
No?
I originally thought that was about the wrestler and his family or something.
No.
I mean, that is an amazing concept.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but no, it's Adam F. Goldberg.
But yeah, he was involved with helping getting the house renovated and changed and put back to the original glory because he loves that shit. And if you go now, you can get a tour of the house. You can go you can actually pay to get you.
If the statue is not there, mind, I'm out.
The statue is in the museum. There's a museum at Astoria where you can see the washing machine mouth breaks where the water spouts from. You can see there's things, but the statue is there.
The penis better be on upside down.
I didn't closely inspect that. Sorry. You can get tours around the jail cells. They've kept that in the same way and everything as well. For a town
That's so sweet.
that, because you often hear where a movie's made, because I think when we talk about the Jaws episode is if the town folk of where it was filmed, are they still happy or because people always go about. For years, the owners of the Goonie house in Astoria was very much, you've got to stay away. No one can come near. They had fencing up. You couldn't get near the Goonies house or anything like that. That's all been changed now. So the town in whole is embracing everything to do with the Goonies. That's
beautiful.
And if you watch, there's videos on YouTube now, like for the 40 years, it was amazing. Like literally every house in the street either had like you know how America does Halloween decorations. They had Goonie decorations up, where they had a skeleton on the floor with a boulder on for Chester Copperpot. They had people dressed up, or just everything that was made was just like so out there for the Goonies. Like the whole town came alive and celebrated, and people were walking around because, again, with it being a town that was picked, there was people in the movie that lived in Astoria that were just in the background, like, and stuff, and so they were telling stories of being involved with this, and it's just an experience, and it is something I want to do want to go to, and I'm very serious, and it's something I probably will look at doing, because I think
We need to.
yeah, with Astoria as well, it's in Oregon. There's so much, like, when they found this like filming location, because even like everyone described it as was perfect. It was like the Goonies, but they did other things there. I'm sure Stand By Me had something to do with it, like the
I
area.
can imagine.
Mm.
Yes. Wow. Yes, that's something that's just like, when we do these episodes, the knowledge has to go in and out because new has to come in. I'm sure I remember that. I was trying to think today that because when my mum and dad went to go and see Amadeus, which shares a 40th anniversary with the Goonies, and I'm like, I'm sure there's something where them two have like clashed at like award ceremonies or something. Yes, Chris, are you singing it?
Yeah.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
Just the Simpsons version, though.
Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss.
I think Short Circuit as well
Damn dirty, eh?
was.
Oh,
It's
that's
amazing.
so cool.
It's amazing that they do keep these things open for the public to go and view, where it's something that is so iconic, and
Yeah.
it should be open for people to go and look at, because it's a big part of people's lives. Unlike the Home Alone house, having the people there build a wall around it or something and ask people, please don't come to our house and take photos, and it's like,
Yeah.
you miserable
How
bastard.
weird.
It's
Yeah,
like
like
Christmas joy.
we talked about this on Monsters because there's got to be a level of respect between the people who are going to see these like iconic houses and whatnot, but nobody does it better than the guy who owns or the people who own the Halloween house, because they actually put photo ops out for people, so it's not intruding on them. But they still get to have their moment, and they have like pumpkins and everything out for them, and there's like that level of respect. But the American Horror Story house, they've built a massive fence up there now because they don't want people to see it. And it's like you've got to have a level of understanding when you are buying the exactly and what that's going to mean to people.
Yeah.
Do you think
Have
these
you not
people
seen
are
the
like,
Breaking Bad house?
Yeah.
With a pizza.
Where they're told
Oh.
they've got a sign up saying, "Please stop chucking pizza off our roof."
Yeah, because that's taking the
ridiculous.
piss, that. Where someone comes to your house, you'd be watching, I don't
flings
know,
a
Masked
pizza.
Singer or something. You hear a thud and someone's hiding under the pizza.
I've already got someone sick on my mum's roof. I didn't need a pizza flung on it.
But for like 90% of these houses, the people buying them must know. They're buying it and go, look, this is the Home Alone house. This is the Halloween house. Nobody will bother us here.
Yeah, there's got to be. I guess there's got to be, because I watch a lot of YouTubers who go to like famous places and famous locations, and you always have that little cringe moment where they're like, say for example, top of my head, Marilyn Monroe's house in Brentwood. It's guarded off, but there's other people around, like there's other people, places, and then they're like looking through and I'm like, shit, dude, like someone actually lives in there, like. Oh, I don't know. There's something so icky and tacky about it. But there's other people who will stay at a distance, you can still like appreciate it and not kind of or people like Grimlife who go and ask permission. They'll always ask permission for the people around. And if people say no, it's a no. They don't bother. They just walk away.
Yeah. Well, it's
crazy.
With, like, saying Estonia as well. I'm probably saying it wrong.
Astoria, you are, but it's fine.
Astoria. When you go there as well, all the things are there, like I mentioned. One thing I did forget, and it is still in there, is the Fratelli hideout. That is there. You can go tour around.
Wow.
Is it a restaurant?
I don't think it's. I think it's run down now. But
that restaurant looked like it smelled really bad.
Yeah, boiled fish.
Yeah.
Well, would you be tempted to go underground and try and get under it though as well? That's the problem.
I was always intrigued what that liquid was that she give them. Like I was like, I wonder what it tasted like.
It's just rusty tap water, isn't it? It's blood. Looks like blood,
iron
Mikey.
in there.
Hey, Mikey, don't go to the bathroom. That's where I got confused. Why, when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Why is he going to the bathroom, not the toilet?" Because we don't call it the bathroom over in the UK.
We don't. Like, do you need a bath? Do you need a shower? That's weird. Did you know?
Did you know?
So, did you know there's a book?
Which one?
I don't know. All I know is in the novelization of the movie, I don't know if that makes any difference, it confirms that Chunk's parents did actually adopt Sloth.
Yeah.
And And in the novelization of the film, this
Oh.
one blows my fucking mind, by the way. When Mikey finds One-Eyed Willy's skeleton, he discovers One-Eyed Willy has an asthma inhaler, which Mikey suffers from asthma, and this leads Mikey to believe that he is One-Eyed Willy's reincarnation, and that it was his destiny to find One-Eyed Willy's treasure.
You know, when some
Is
people
this a fanfic?
some people have ideas and this shouldn't be.
And it's like, you shouldn't write them down.
No.
Just leave it.
Just leave that there. Yeah.
The internet will come along soon, and you can put it on there.
It's so stupid at the end where he tries his inhaler and he's like, who needs it anyway?
Yeah.
People with asthma.
Your lungs need it, Mikey.
Could be a placebo effect. That's the thing. It could be like you've been looked after.
These are gazebos. Sorry, wrong film.
Also,
to be fair, I can't remember him actually having an asthma attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just remember him reaching for his inhaler.
Mm-hmm. I think he gets short breathed in the house at once, but again, it's just.
Yeah.
His mum looks like someone who's an overcoddler, and obviously she's everyone's mum. I love that woman. She's no longer with us anymore. That's Robertson.
What's the crack with the Spanish lass that was it Rosalita or something?
Yeah.
Rosalita. What's the crack with her? Because she doesn't speak English or understand English.
She can speak full on English. It's her first language.
But not in the film. She can't. Not in the film.
Not in the
No,
film.
I mean in the film. So in the film, she's just followed a woman with a broken arm. Some mouth has said, "Oh yeah, we keep the drugs in these drawers," and she's still stuck around.
Funny. She did. She was there at the end. So. Yeah. She must have had a good vibe off them, or she just really needed a job. She played
True.
She played oh god, I can't even remember what her name is, but the person who shot Selena in Selena. She's
Lupe Ontiveros.
But again,
that's the actress.
I know we are celebrating the movie, but Chris does have a good point with Rosalita. We're talking about a family that can't afford to pay the bills to keep the house,
but can get a cleaner.
To help with the packing.
And why does Mouth's dad just nick all of the exhibits from the museum, keep them in his loft? What's the crap with that?
That's Mikey's dad, Mr. Walsh.
There is quite a few plot holes in this movie. Right, the Rosalita one. So that's really weird. Like, how does she get her as a cleaner? Is this like some kind of 80s racism thing going on where she's just bumped into a shop and went, "Oh, a Mexican person, el clino le household," just drags her back to her house and be like, "You're gonna be my servant."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee has just turned this episode into a Top Grumps episode now. God damn it.
Another thing we've brushed past.
We asked for it. We brought them on.
Right, we brushed past this really quickly, Sammy. You brought it up, but adopting Sloth, that is so weird.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to come and live with me now, and it's this like 300-pound deformed giant going to come sleep in the same room as Chunk.
Now,
are we forgetting that the first time Chunk meets him, he basically sexually assaults him by picking him up and open mouth kissing him on the face?
Yeah.
Lee, I would
never seen Lee so passionate.
I would adopt you in the same situation because you remind us a bit of Sloth. So.
Wow.
Thanks.
I have never seen Lee so passionate about anything.
But
I can't believe it was the Goonies that sent him over the edge.
But
I love this film, but that is just weird as fuck.
But that's where Richard Donner makes you believe. It's like saying, if that's why you've got to believe that Chunk really loves Sloth.
No, it's not. It's because I love you. I love you.
I love you.
Have anyone seen the TikTok where it's showing that scene and he's like, "You're gonna come and live with me now, and I'm gonna take care of you." And at the top it's saying what my wife said to me when we first.
Yes.
It's the end where he goes, "Because I love you."
I love you.
But it wouldn't happen. I came home from the fair once with a goldfish, and my dad wouldn't let us keep it.
What did you do?
Bringing it. I had to give it away to someone in my class that actually had fish that had just died. Some girl I went and
oh my god, that's so harsh. It's just a fish. It's a goldfish. Probably would have lasted a second.
Exactly. And this kid's bringing a 300-pound mutant back to his house.
Would you say no to Sloth?
Yes.
Yes.
If you think Finley or Laura brought home Sloth and said, Daddy, Sloth lives with us now.
What? If a 10-year-old Finley brought a 300-pound man home with a dodgy shaped heat and said, "He's sleeping in my bed tonight," I'd be like, "Fuck off."
But I'll get Lee round.
He goes, Sloth, loves Chris.
Baby
Oh.
Ruth.
Ruth.
Ah,
Why are we?
And
Why is it? It's
he's-
because we don't have kids. We don't look at life that
Well,
way.
my first thought was he's been chained up for all that time, right? He's not potty trained, is he? He's going to be pissing, shitting on the carpet, everything. How has he been eating?
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, do you know what? There's one bit today I never even noticed before when Mikey gets the brush and pushes the food to him.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
noticed that bit before. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then he shits himself, like,
Yeah.
because he screams. But I thought that was so sweet.
There is some scary
Oh.
moments in this movie as well at times. Like,
Yeah, you can clearly tell that Spielberg had his bloody thumb in there somewhere because all the skeletons are real.
that when you
They're
meet
all
One-Eyed Willy,
real.
that is a quite a harrowing moment as well when he
Because it's
especially
real.
moves the eye patch and it's like a closed
Oh.
socket as well. It was like, oh,
How is it a
Yeah.
closed socket? Because you don't have bones over your eyes.
yeah, but it was deformed it. So
No.
Also, a daft moment from Sean Astin, from Mikey there, when it's like, oh, that's why they call you One-Eyed Willy. No shit, Sherlock.
he's
But
a kid.
he wouldn't have a gaping hole where his eye was if he'd like lost it. It would have like sealed up.
Well, his other eye was fine.
Maybe he was born
A
that
normal
way.
socket.
Maybe he's born with one eye.
I don't really want to tell you what happens to your eyes after you die because I'm really trying to keep this light and fluffy. So
Well, I doubt the bone grows
Chris-
over.
Chris,
No.
he was
not
born like
born.
that, which is why his mum and dad gave him the name One-Eyed Willy.
But also the bones are real. My God, listen to you too. The bones are real. It's very Spielberg.
Yeah.
I'm just saying all of the one-eyed bodies that I have don't have, like, they haven't healed over.
Yeah.
Right.
And-
What do they have then? Nothing.
The holes?
Do you think that when people lose their eye, they just walk around with a gaping hole in their face?
No, but, like, the bones don't cover it.
It would have been sealed up somehow.
For a group of kids that were really intelligent as well, how they didn't understand what a candle and dynamite was, that blew me
I
mind.
even
As well.
see it
Did
on the side.
they not watch enough Bugs Bunny to know the difference between, like the acne, like it looks like an acne dynamite
Yeah.
stick. It really does. I've got one more interesting thing that I need to get out before because I want to close this down. This movie has a great connection with another movie of the same year, Back to the Future.
Right.
The wall calendar seen around 9 minutes 50 shows October of 1985 around 6:43. Mouth indicates that it's a Saturday. The newspaper front page seen around 43-minute mark is dated October 24th, 1985, which was a Thursday. All this would mean that the action takes place on a Saturday, October 26, 1985, which incidentally happens to be the exact same date on which the events of the original Back to the Future 1985 took place.
All right. So it's a nice little
you go.
nod type thing.
Nice little nod to, yeah. Yes, that was it.
Certainly.
That was my last. Oh, yeah, I think that's my last one. Yeah, that's my last tidbit.
Anything?
I'm done.
No. But it's one of those movies that I think it's timeless. It'll last like longer than I'm on Earth, and I think generations of people will go back and watch it.
Yeah.
The way it was described to me today, give us like say a proper little flutter in my chest as well, is in American literature and stuff. People always talk about going back and reading like a Mark Twain book or reading a story by Mark Twain and thinking, oh, I would have loved that childhood. The person who said it was one of the Fratelli brothers. He said, I believe that even in 50 years gone by, they'll go back to this movie and refer to it in the same type of context as what people do with books, because it is a story, and say, I wish I had that childhood as a Goonie, because it's the same type of like pop culture Americana that kind of stand the test of time.
It does.
And
they don't have stuff like that now, though, do they? Like,
yes, they do. They do. It's called Stranger Things.
I did think of Stranger Things, but I feel like Stranger Things is more for adults, not kids.
No,
to be like,
but it's
this
not.
is cool going on adventures.
It absolutely is aimed for adults who were around in 1985 to watch the Goonies. If you don't have the Goonies, you don't have Stand By Me, and you don't have that nostalgic feel. Instantly when this film came on, I thought, Jesus Christ, like you can clearly see the influence that has been put into Stranger Things. You can clearly feel, you could close your eyes for a second and go, shit, this is a Stephen King film. Like it's just, there's so much, I was going on a tirade there, sorry.
No, there's so much that you can get from this movie, but it's not an overcomplicated thing. I think anyone from all ages can get different aspects and get from this movie as well. And it seems to me that the love of this movie just keeps on growing and growing, and if passing it down to generations when generations, like Chris is carrying the torch as well.
You really are, Chris. That's so cool with Finley to Dear Mind. Like even to like ask for it a second time, not like to watch it again. That's really cool.
Just giving out like
the
next generation of nerds as well, and it's kind of
not
getting
doing Ghostbusters yet though.
When?
It's a bit scary for Ghostbusters,
You need to tell us when though. I understand. I totally understand.
Like,
but I need to know when.
Yes.
That'd be so cool.
But like even like talking to Chris today, like there's certain aspects to it. It's like, oh, we need to go on an adventure. We need to go and try and do something. Like, it's like, oh, we'll go down Mars, the rocks, the caves, and take Finley, just so you can have that kind of like experience. One of the things I was going to mention earlier, but I didn't want to put in, the guy who renovated or redone the Goonies house for the 40th anniversary joined the TikTok craze, and he made, and with other people, Goonie tokens, like these metal tokens that you and he put them about in the city for people to go and find. And now it's just basically like, to get a Goonies token, the shit expensive online to buy, but it was kind of like recreating it like a Goonie adventure for the fans to say like, oh, to find this little part of like history that for the 40th anniversary, like these basically medallion things are around,
or a doubloon.
See, I don't like that where people buy them. I think you've got to earn that coin and find it to have one.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's like buying a medal. It's like
no.
Anyone could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, go and find a doubloon. I love that word, by the way.
Paul's gonna pull out. Well, I've just bought this.
No.
I tell you what would be really cool to own is the actual key, like the skull key. That'd be so. Don't tell us you've got one.
It's in the bedroom. It's only a little one.
Oh no, that's so cool though. Like I like that.
Keep it under the pillow.
Isn't there a merch for Goonies these days?
I just think Paul's got all the merch anyway. He's gonna just pull Sean Astin out in a second. Back in your box, Sean.
Oh God! Did you?
I'm making Lord of the Rings movies.
next year, the Lego's coming out for it. The ship, One-Eyed Willy's ship's going to be the Lego.
Errol Flynn's. Errol Flynn's ship. I love that. I love the fact that it was built on Errol Flynn's ship.
But merchandise, it's the same.
Not a great deal.
It depends. There's more coming out now, but it could be better. That's just my opinion.
I understand that.
But they could do more. But I think, like, say, one thing that I always, not saying negatively or badly about, is the T-shirts. I never liked the T-shirts for the Goonies. It's always the same and very simple.
Yeah, I got my dad one when my dad went through a graphic phase, like a graphic T-shirt phase, and I got him a Goonies one, and I hated the print on it. It wasn't. I don't know what I would have had. I think I would have just had the skull on, with like say the Goonies or like at the top or something. But it was the cast, and it didn't sit right with us. Not the way it was printed anyway.
No.
I've been watching a lot of stuff with Sean Astin recently because I just love the guy. If you ever want to hear one of the most wholesome episodes of a podcast, listening to him and Michael Rosenbaum talk about mental health. It's it's such a beautiful episode.
Both Michael Rosenbaum.
I love that man so much. His podcast is just beautiful, but that episode particularly is even more beautiful. But his parents at the time this came out were going through a divorce, and then I can imagine it not being a very nice situation, but they decided, the two of them, to go and watch it together. And right at the beginning, as soon as he comes on the screen, the pair of them locked hands and cried all the way through with pride for their boy. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And also Sean said in the story that he actually got to keep the treasure map. And his mom found it later on and thought it was a what thought it was a crumpled bit of paper and threw it out.
Oh no!
So his treasure map is now gone.
Dear me.
Thanks to Paddy Duke. Oh yeah, I think that man's he's so sweet. I love the fact that it's like Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin had like such a lull period, and then all of a sudden, No Country for Old Men. Boom, there he is. Planet Terror. Boom, what the fuck? Like, who is this
I
person?
think it was Josh Brolin's personality that kind of stopped him because he was a bit of a pariah from Hollywood for a long time of how he
He
acted.
was,
and
wasn't he?
he was a bit of a bad lad, let's say. He actually admits
Why?
he had a bit of a wild past and
Look
used
who his
to.
dad is.
Yeah.
Look who his
I don't think
stepmom is.
I don't think I realized like who he was until Men in Black 3, which also he was amazing in that. It's like we don't need Tommy Lee Jones anymore. Like Josh
got
Brolin
to-
can literally replace him. He's that good.
I always remember when No Country for Old Men came out, and I was like, Jesus, where the fuck has Bran been this entire time? And holy shit, can he actually act? He's unreal in that film. And then obviously Planet Terror.
Yeah.
He's a completely. It's weird because when you've known someone just as one person, and then all of a sudden, like it's all, and then he goes on to play Thanos, for fuck's sake, like it's great.
It's a legacy that lasts, and I think everyone will kind of live with as well, because it just shows you that you don't have to do these big special effects blockbusters. You can have these small, compact stories that do have, like, say, an impact, and as long as you get one, the right cast, two, the right story, and I said just have that kind of like fun with it as well. Because
Yeah.
this is what way I would describe the Goonies. It's not perfect. It's not like one of the things that like have some of the best performances. Some of the stuff is laughable and hilarious, but just have interesting characters and how they actually kind of like communicate with each other
Yeah.
and make the friendships feel real, because everyone wanted to be
Yeah.
them friends, and that's what kind of I wanted to have when I was a kid, have them type of adventures.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
but sorry, I was just going to say the ending, because the ending is so unrealistic.
Mhm.
Where they all come out at the end, and then everything, Rosalita finds the jewels, and the contract's all split up and thrown into the air, and everything's
no sign.
no sign, no biggie, no sign, no pen. I love the fact he goes no pen. Yeah, and then he chucks it in the air, and it's so unrealistic. That is not how it would have actually happened. Because you are so immersed in this world, you could not give two shits.
No.
The fact that is a very unrealistic thing that has just happened.
I love the fact that Spielberg treats this movie with such care and such regard as well, that he is the one thing, like before, was him and Richard Donner are very much steadfast on what movies they would remake or things. Richard Donner said that if they ever remade, he would put any blocks on remaking the Goonies. And Spielberg, I know there's meant to be a script, but they keep on talking about it, and supposedly Spielberg is the one that's basically saying, I'm only letting this go unless I think it's right. And that's what he's always said. He says they've tried looking into and seeing options about doing a second or a next part to the Goonies, but nothing has ever felt as special.
Do you not think it needs it? Do you not think it's just, you could just have this as its legacy and be done?
Yeah.
It's
It's like Groundhog Day. If they shouldn't do a Groundhog Day 2, they should just re-release the first one and call it Groundhog Day 2.
And just be like, suckers!
For years, I'll be honest, for years, I've always been a steadfast saying, you can't remake these type of movies, you can't redo these type of movies. I'm starting to lessen or soften to different ideas now.
Recently.
Not because I don't think it, because what people say is, oh, if they make a Goonies 2, it'll tarnish the legacy of the Goonies. It won't. It'll still have the Goonies and still have that special type of moment in time. If they're going to do it, fair enough, but do it with someone who's got a fresh take, a new idea. Just do it with like conviction as well, because you get these half-assed ones as well, where you can tell they're just going, oh, this is a cash cow. This is just something that we want, like, to make money out of, or how to like keep hold of the IP. Because like comic books are the same. Like how many
Yeah.
different variations of Superman, how many variations of Spider-Man, how many
Spider-Man.
variations of Batman and stuff like that. It's the same type of thing. It's a different story. Just if you've got an idea and telling it, I've got no problem with it. It's the same with the one that people always say, "How dare you?" Like Back to the Future. Like I for years have said, do not even look to think about remaking Back to the Future. If you can tell it in a different way or a different story, if they do like a Psycho, a shot by shot remake, it's pointless. But if you've got a different way of telling that story or giving like something that you want to give to the world, go for it.
Film is so bad. It's so bad. Not
See,
even
I
Anne Heche's
just-
butthole could make that any better.
I just see them as cash grabs. They're using the already established IP
Mhm.
to tell that story. So what's the point? So they may as well make something new.
But
Make it
It would
similar,
be nice.
yeah, but
Honestly, it would be nice. Like Hollywood can't keep recycling the same thing over and over again. It would be, and I feel like that's why horror over the recent months is kind of feeling a bit more refreshing because we're getting some fresher ideas coming out. What is all that?
exactly.
About?
I've just seen a trailer for a film that I want to see, a horror film. This year called Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. So that wouldn't have made that in the 80s. I don't think they'll remake that.
Probably would have, but again, because a lot of people get fixated like on modern day Hollywood, being fixated with remakes. Remakes have always been around. It's not a new word. It's not a thing. I know there's probably a few more, but if you think about remakes, like not all of them are knocking out the park smash. But if you look at 1982, we had a remake of The Thing, one of the greatest horror movies ever made. Little Shop of Horrors, one of the greatest musicals ever made, is a remake. So again, the originals weren't bad movies. That's the thing. They've just taken a different idea or a different concept and doing a different approach. Like the original Little Shop of Horrors was almost horror movie. It was a straight up horror. They've changed it into a musical, got more out of it. But again, that's why I think people need to. I'm not saying that every movie can be remade or needs to be thing, just not to be so steadfast and like stamp your feet and say this film cannot be remade.
Well, if it gets remade, then it just gives the parents of whoever's watching it to go, "Oh yeah, but have you seen the original one?" And it reintroduces people to the originals.
Look at Ghostbusters. Look at the hoo-ha that happened when take away the fact that an all-female cast was going to be Ghostbusters. Just the fact that another Ghostbusters movie was getting made outside of the universe of the first two. Look at the absolute chaos and pandemonium that caused. It doesn't take away from the fact that the first one and second one exist. They are there. It was just another. I totally get what Paul's saying. I do like the idea of a little bit more originality, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
But I don't mind. I totally get what Paul's saying. Especially off the back of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we've gone Ghostbusters. I think the mistake with Ghostbusters goes back to my half-assed comment as well. Is they weren't brave enough to move away from Ghostbusters. There was like, oh, we're a different universe, but they use the same jump scares. They use the same
they use
character
the actual
traits.
Cast.
And again, it's kind of like, oh yeah, we're moving away. We're doing something new. It's like you're not. There was no brave decisions. They made a braver decision doing Afterlife, like with the certain aspects and the things they used. That's kind of like, and again, doing the Goonies now, it doesn't have to be a retelling or a re-story. It could be set in the Goon Docks in Astoria, have a Chunk owning the store, telling stories of his childhood, then kids going crazy, going, these
we
stories.
want to go on this adventure.
That's how easy it could lead into to retelling a different story. And
just imagine telling, like, Chunk would be the storyteller, wouldn't he? Because he's the guy who told all the stories, and everyone would be like, "Oh, look at crazy Chunk again, talking all this shit."
Then having Date running a repair shop across the road.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Mikey taking over his dad's job as a historian at the museum.
Could it not just be like Indiana Jones though, where it's like a new artifact to find, and it's like Mikey working at the museum, and it's like, oh, we've got this thing, and then finding something else about it and going on a quest for that?
Well, that's the thing.
I
Yeah,
gotta
Indian
get
treasure.
I gotta get the Goonies back together.
But that's the thing. That's how it works. Like with Indiana Jones,
We're
they were
putting
going
the band back together.
the idea for in Last Crusade that was going to be the last Harrison Ford. Then River Phoenix was going to take over and do like
Yeah.
the
Young.
young Indiana Jones stuff. But unfortunately, that didn't pan out. And if you ever watch the show Young Indiana Jones, it's not bad. It's
You
quite
like it.
yeah, it's quite interesting. But yes.
I remember you saying that.
But right, any other
That's funny.
Goonie bits you want to get out the way before we
No,
wrap up?
I'm all good.
Yeah.
I've got. Oh, go on.
One bit.
Mhm.
If yous were in the Goonie situation, doesn't matter what character you are, one of the lads or lasses on the adventure, would you have took the bucket?
Fuck Troy.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but no one's getting out of that well in that bucket.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
not realistically happening in the slightest. But no, I would not take that bucket. Fuck Troy. And
Also,
you know,
nobody's mentioned Troy when he's sitting on the toilet when the plumbing goes mad. Why has he got his underpants pulled up and he's sitting on that
I
toilet?
noticed that.
because it's a kids' film and no one needs to see that.
You-
But I did
oh,
think
you
the
can
same thing. I did think the same
Yeah.
thing. I was like, but it's the daddy. What are you calling for your dad for? What's he got to do?
Who would you have shouted for if your toilet exploded?
Wouldn't be me fucking tar, that's for sure. we all,
Oh.
He'd probably leave us there.
Take photographs and stuff.
Just fucking, yeah.
Oh, but
God.
when Mike does give that speech though, down in the thing, it's like, oh, it's such a magical.
Up there is their time. It's their time up there. I was like, oh my god. Make
Like-
them stop.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Goonies never say die. Don't you realize the next time you see a sky, it'll be over another town. The next time you take a test, it'll be at another school. Our parents, they want the best stuff for us, but right now, they got to do what's right for them because it's their time. Their time up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. That's all over the second we ride up Troy's bucket. Who would get on that bucket after that? Oh, well.
No, not a chance. I'd love
Wouldn't
to
have
say
anyway,
you
Troy's
remembered that from memory,
dick.
but you.
No, I don't. I'm not that. Yeah.
No.
I haven't watched the Goonies this week, so no.
Bloody gets us to do the Goonies and doesn't even watch it.
Ingrained in Paul's brain at this point, I think.
It's been probably ingrained in Chris's now.
Chris is now the Goonie. He is the one true Goonie. And to be fair, from the stuff that Chris has told us today, when I do when he is of age, I am happy to hand over the reins to all things nerdy up north to Finley for being the one true Goonie, passing the torch down to the younger generation.
It'll be
Him
the
and
boobs
Lara.
and poo channel or something
Nerdy up
within
poo.
minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Boobs up north.
Not one we haven't tried yet.
Please don't. Please
Oh,
don't.
I've got a good question there. Who do you identify with most in this movie? Because like I was saying before, you can see yourself or someone else in most of these characters. I know I'm dressed as Brandon, but I'm probably a mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% you are. So is Chris.
See,
No.
I was hoping that I'd be Data.
Why?
He likes the wealth.
What do you invent?
I like
Oh,
to tinker
yeah.
with things.
That's true.
But weirdly, I did ask Finley this question as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, which one of the boys do you think you are like? And he was just like, oh right. I was like, do you like Chunk? And he went, what does Chunk mean? Why is he called Chunk? I was like, oh well, because he's one of the bigger guys. And he looked at his belly and went, I'm chunky, so I'm chunky.
Oh, bless him. I'm gonna
Oh, Finley.
have to get him a Chunk t-shirt now.
I love Chunk's costume. I love the shirt and the red little jacket, and I love Mikey's little yellow jacket as well. Oh god, probably.
I love all the costumes as well. I love that they've copied all of the Jurassic Park outfits for the
Yeah, that's who Chris is dressed up as tonight.
Yeah.
You didn't say the magic word. We got Dodson. Sorry, shouldn't shout that name. He's not a nice guy. I don't know who because he never stops talking, so you know that fits me down to the ground. But Mikey's naivety and is very much me.
It's like a proper
And the fact that he
dream.
can't speak, the fact that he can't speak properly is very much me.
I think at certain times, this is why I love the Goonies. I probably like relate to every single character at certain points. Like Mouth has a confidence, but he's also like like it's like a fake
He's
bravado type thing.
incredibly vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Data's innocence and like ambition. Mikey's just a dreamer. That's the thing. And Chunk is just hilarity. He's just everything you want to do. He's like got all the stories, all the different things, and he's got balls as well. And like that's one thing like all these characters have is massive like balls when it comes to like adventure
Cojones.
and like going on the adventure as well. Like
Well, look at Andy as well. Look at her. Like when she chucks up Troy's jacket, she officially became a Goonie.
Yeah.
And her whole demeanor just completely changes. Steph is just a badass from start to end. She has some of the best lines where she's like, I feel like I'm babysitting and I'm not even getting paid. And then at the end, when they're in the water and she cuddles Mouth and she goes, oh, and she flings him. She literally flings him across the water. It still has. Her and Mouth still have my favorite line, which is the President.
Does anyone
Kennedy
else
one.
watching this as an adult feel sorry for Mikey and Brand though?
why?
Getting that hide on them because they've got the basically what is it, the eviction letter or the letter to buy
They
the
didn't even
house.
Yeah.
And
Is
it's
your
just like
mommy
Mikey's
here?
like, what's that? Oh, it's dad's stuff. It's like, all right, he's like getting evicted tomorrow. You need to tell him. Rosalita can't pack everything by herself
in 24 hours.
Yeah, and she's obviously not hanging about the house.
No,
Yeah.
because of the drugs and stuff.
Yeah, it's just still so funny. But again, depending on what version you see, is depending on what Mouth says.
There's one about sex toys and stuff like that as well. The bondage game. It's hilarious.
I heard
Sex
there was
torture devices in the loft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that with the cleaning cupboard
Yeah.
one, where it was like, oh, we'll put you in the cleaning cupboard for 24 hours and not feed you and all this.
Yeah. So it all depends on which one you watch.
Still came back though.
Still came back for the
She's
money.
still there at the end.
Oh, and the painting as well. And Mouse saying, "Hey, Mikey, give me a kiss. Slip me the tongue."
There is some absolutely hilarious, like brilliantly hilarious moments in this. Like, and again, I watched this morning and just felt nothing but warm and fuzzy when I finished it. I honestly nearly cried because I was like, oh, I can't remember the last time I genuinely felt this just content. I'm so content. Might just be because of the dark place I've been with my current research at the moment that I was like, oh, light.
It's one of those movies as well where, yes, it's got its faults, and yes, there's a lot of things that you think, oh, but I wouldn't change a moment. No. I wouldn't add anything extra. I wouldn't take anything away.
I don't care that a cameraman is, showing them where the tunnel is. I don't care Richard Donner's laughing in a fucking set. I don't care because it's perfect. It's not perfect, but it is perfect. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you.
And to finish it, are we getting a truffle shuffle?
Are you doing
it? Do you know what it is? I tried to distract you, so I thought you'd forget about it.
Oh, you don't have to do it. Paul's done it once before on here.
No, it's all right.
Oh no, you don't have to.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, should have flipped it around the other way. And have you got Top Gun stickers on your nipples?
Yeah.
I was reading the thing. I wasn't looking at Chris's nipples for once.
That's what
you wasted 2 stickers for that.
Lee, are you going to help? Are you going to help your Top Gun partner by doing it with him as well?
No.
Well, to be fair,
I feel like Lee's done enough tonight.
On the YouTube channel, we did have a vote, and the person who got voted to do the Truffle Shuffle was Sammy.
No fucking chance. I went on every account I had to make sure Lee got ahead of me. You've got absolutely no chance.
You didn't check on the YouTube one because Chris got no votes.
Yeah.
Sammy got a lot of votes, and Lee got a few.
What do you mean a lot?
So Sammy got out of the votes percentage-wise. So Sammy got 71% of the votes. Lee got 29 and Chris got 0.
So I didn't even have to do it.
Have I upset someone? Like, if I said something I shouldn't have.
Oh, I think YouTube just wants you to shake your bits. That's all.
I've got bits to shake. I've lost them.
Not them bits, but
I didn't have any to start with.
get the nipple tassels out, and we'll talk about From Dusk Till Dawn. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, if one of you, Lee, can do that. I volunteer Lee.
Get Lee to drink out of Chris's leg or something like that.
Oh, look, and the hair out of his teeth.
Oh,
Yes.
Let's end this.
I would do it as well.
I know you would.
So that has been our celebration of 40 years of loving the
Yay!
Goonies. And here's to another 40 years.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers to the Goonies. Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yes.
That was. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So what's happening tomorrow, Sammy?
Well, tomorrow, Monsters is back, and we're doing the episode that we were meant to do last week, and it is the man behind the movies with Sir Alfred Hitchcock, even though he doesn't deserve it. I want to put a huge disclaimer out, even like just in case anyone in the chat is going to be watching, listening tomorrow. It's probably the darkest episode we've ever done. It's not a great subject matter, and I can totally understand if people want to skip it and come back with something a little bit more lighter. So that's available tomorrow from 10 o'clock on the Nerdy Up North YouTube channel, and that episode and this episode will be available for your listening pleasure later that day when Lee sends me the files.
So I recommend you watching this one because you'll miss out on Chris's beautiful Truffle Shuffle on the if you listen.
And Lee's
outfits.
Outfit changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Colin Branley. What are you two dipheads doing this week?
Dipheads. I like that.
I'll let Lee take this one.
All right. Well, there is another anniversary episode coming up this Tuesday as Top Grumps turn 1 year old.
Did you think you would make it?
Christ, I didn't.
Probably not. I thought we would have been cancelled long before this.
I
The
thought
shit we've pulled.
Yeah.
I thought you would have got bored and went on to something else.
I mean, we have got bored and like moved on to other stuff as we started off as a card game, and now we talk about boners and
the B-movie bad boys.
Shit. Yeah,
B-movie bad boys. I like that. I do that. Honestly, I love the direction that you've gone in. It's very used to. It is really used to. So what are you doing this? What are you doing for your 1 year anniversary?
A kind of clip show where because we've started reenacting clips, reenacting parts of the movies that we review.
Right.
And we're going to do that where we reenact like our best moment from any movie we want, best quote, best character, stuff like that. And then the other person has to kind of guess what movie it's from, or viewers can send in their clips of them performing their favorite moment from a movie. We haven't had none
yet.
Oh, we haven't had any. All right.
Nah.
So it's just going to be used to.
Probably.
It's going to be us too. I'll be reenacting my favourite scene from Debbie Does Dallas, I think.
I feel like people do watch it. They just don't want to say. Because they're
ashamed.
No, not ashamed. It's like that whole secret thing, isn't it?
Secret grumps. Secret
grumps.
Oh, do you make like a secret handshake?
Just so you know, you guys are on my laptop. Like, I have a Lord Stephen King, but yeah, you are on my laptop. Yeah, you're right. You're the only one. I've got Monsters on there, I've got Nerdy, and I've got Top Grumps up here. And sorry, I don't actually have a Wonk one.
To be fair, you see people don't like watches, but Napoleon Dynamite got over 130 views.
So people are watching you.
Your Fist of the North Star is still getting over 200. So people are watching the Grumps. So you're doing well. You're a neighbour, Grumps. And Chris, what are you and Phoebes doing on Friday?
Well, we were meant to do this last week, but both have been ill. Yeah, pretty much. So this Friday we'll be talking about the original Gundam Wing.
Oh!
I've already watched the first 3 episodes, and it's like a proper nostalgia trip. And yeah, because I'd never seen it before, and it's one of them things where it's like when people think of anime, they think of Gundam Wing because the merchandise for it is fucking
Yeah,
everywhere.
we used to have quite a few in our old flat. I don't know what happened to them, but we had quite a few that Anthony handmade and like hand put together himself. When we went down to
Yeah.
London, we saw so many, but I accidentally called them gungans.
And people have to watch this Friday because it's someone's birthday this weekend.
I wonder who that could be.
My granddad's, eh?
Huh? How old will you be,
Yeah.
Chris?
Oh, 35.
Oh, you
I
twat.
fucking hate you.
35. I'm
I
getting
fucking
old,
hate
I
you.
know. I
Look at
know.
that, what you're shaking your head for.
So if anyone
That's
sees
fine.
I'm 38 in a couple of months.
So if anyone sees Chris out, you either give him a hug or give him the bumps. Depends how
He likes a hug. He does like a hug.
it doesn't like being licked, as we found out.
I'll be down
I mean-
south.
I'll be down south.
I'm going down Cambridge way.
Oh, all right.
Aye, so
You're
see what happens down there.
getting attacked by thieves. So we have what was meant to be a debut this week, but he went to fucking Wales.
Yeah.
So we have a debut next week. We've got Jake and Tony the Tiger Tooney joining us for 90s nostalgia next Sunday. So
So we're
we'll
was
leaving the
born then.
80s behind for. Shut up, Chris. Leaving the 80s behind for a bit and heading into the 90s. It's going to be fun.
yes. So that's going to be interesting, and seeing how we can make Tooney feel uncomfortable and see what we
Just-
can see at that.
I just kept calling him Tony and just see how long it is before his head explodes.
Till he breaks. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can ask him his nerdy credentials and that.
I will,
Yeah.
indeed, yeah.
He asked
you're
them
gonna
for
be like-
everyone?
Are you going to be like judging for them though, like on the spot?
I judged you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
have to do it?
Yeah, everyone has.
Me?
Everyone
I think
who's
so, yeah.
everyone who's came on has always given the nerdy credentials in the first episode.
What was Lee's first episode?
Comic book characters, top 5.
Oh yeah.
That
'Cause
was
you had
your
the
first
Beanos one.
episode.
Yeah.
That's when Lee used to
I
be
was pro-
shy.
I was proper nervous then, and like I barely wanted to. I did want to speak, but I couldn't. If like I had to do my nerdy credentials now, I'd actually have something prepared and
But no, if anyone's interested
be
now.
Lee.
Well, actually,
Yes. We I've got a few things like planned. It's got a few things coming up. It's going to be interesting.
gonna be fun.
Keep an eye on social media as well. We're going to do a few new videos and a few things up
Keep-
there.
Keep checking out the nerdy reviews as well, because that page is doing really well and it's a really good page. And Paul put an excellent spoiler-free review up for the new movie Weapons.
Yes, but we've got 2 screeners coming up soon as well. We've got Chris, who's going to be doing a screener for a film called The Rose, isn't it? It's
Row.
Raw. It's getting
Row.
he's not allowed to
Whoa.
say anything or do anything about it till after it premieres at Sundance Festival, I think. And then we've got Sammy and Dan are doing a new horror film. It's called Pig People, isn't it?
Something like that.
It's basically getting debuted at Fright Fest at the end of this month, so they'll be
Yes.
watching and telling us what they think of that movie as well. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully, more to come. I know we got asked to go to a media screening of something about dog farming, which I didn't think would be interesting.
I love dogs.
And now we're
I
seeing
don't
the
want to
bad-
watch Dog
the-
Farmer.
the bad
You
side.
cannot milk one properly.
You're just
know
going to
that.
get the right teat.
Also, we found out, if anyone's interested, that our episode we recorded for the Lost Boys will be available at the end of August.
Yes.
I have a feeling that I'm gonna upset a few people, so I'll do my apology tour just before it goes out.
Right. We'll take away Sammy's goth card. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my goth credentials taken away from us.
Right.
It's not gonna be good. Yeah, that's it.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Stay nerdy, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Don't be a grump, be a top grump.